You know, today I'm thinking of a time, and it might be the same for you. I'm trying to reach something in the top cabinet in my kitchen. I'm not a tall fella. I couldn't reach it. It's just out of reach. So what you do? Go in the garage, or you go on a search, a mission for that 3-foot, 4-foot step ladder, so you can reach that cup or that plate or whatever it is in that top cabinet that you're trying to reach. And it's just out of you, just at your fingertips. So you don't need much. A few inches will work. So you go hunting for that 3-4 foot step ladder. Can't find it. No, it's not where it was. I know I left it in that garage. It's not in there anymore. Start thinking. Maybe it's in the shop. You go walk 100, 200 foot to your shop in the backyard, wherever it may be. It's not in there either. Bet somebody borrowed it. Isn't that the Cajun way though? Bet somebody borrowed it and didn't bring it back. Today I think I'm going to solve that problem. I'm going to make a little 8-9 inch step stool. It'll be handy. Just slide it over to the side of the wall. When you need it, it's right there. Hopefully. So instead of just nailing 5-6 boards together and making it look like an eyesore, I think I'm going to make something that might be a little more pleasing to the wife's eye. I'm going to make this thing in the shape of a heart. Shouldn't need many boards. I'm going to need at least a 12 inch. I'm going to make mine out of pine. Probably a 6-foot by 12 inch, 1 inch thick, 12 inches wide. Pine board will do the trick. I'm going to screw it together and glue it. That way it'll be more than apt to support my weight plus extras. So yeah, we'll make this heart shape. I know when you was in school, everybody made hearts. You just draw half of that heart, fold your paper in half, cut it out. I think I'm going to make mine where it's about 9 inches from that little valley part down to the point. So you measure across there, and I'll have mine at 9 inches. So yeah. The rest of the parts, the legs, I'll go ahead and make patterns for them too. But when I get to the shop in the backyard, I'll start cutting my board, laying out the patterns. Hope you follow along. See you in the shop. All right, so before I start cutting anything, I thought I'd show you guys how I made my pattern. Like I said, I just cut out a heart, or half, folded it in half, and cut that part out. So mine, and I just used the back of one of those big desk calendars. That's that part. There's going to be 2 spreaders, as I mentioned. This is all going to be some 15-degree angles on everything. These are the most important angle. Well, I say most important angle. I cut this one out the same way. I made 1/2 of it, of my leg, folded it, and cut it out. So there's going to be 2 legs. They're going to kind of sit like, you can see this in the camera, but they'll kind of sit at an angle like so. So the bottom part of the leg will have a 15-degree angle, as well as the top for the stool to sit on top of it. So I'll get my wood and mark out my measurements. Gonna be some simple tools for it. We're gonna use a jigsaw for the curvature of the heart, as well as a curvature for the leg. And then we'll use a router to kind of finish off the edges. You don't have to use a router. You could use just some sandpaper and smoothing off the edges. I have a router, so I'm going to go ahead and use it, make it look a little better. And once we finish, I hope we have something we can be proud of. All right, let me get my wood measured out and we'll start some cutting. After that, we'll start putting it together. Whole project, once you do one or two of them, you should be able to make this in half hour. So I have them all laid out, all my patterns laid out. I got the top, one side, next side, and the two braces. And I'm gonna make this out of less than a 36-inch piece of board. Like I said, it's 12 inches wide, but it's after it's planed and all, it comes out to just a little over 11. And instead of being 1 inch thick, it's 3/4 inch thick, which will be perfectly fine once you get all your braces on. So I'll go ahead and cut these pieces out and I'll be right back. All right, I got my heart cut out. Did it with a jigsaw. You could do it with a coping saw or a hand saw. It'll come out just as good. Yeah, I decided to put the little knot right in the center. So once you get your sides cut out, you're gonna want them to look like this. The bottom's gonna be like that. Cut to that bevel, and it's 15-degree bevels. That way when you put them down, it'll be at this angle. You see the bottom. And the top will be able to sit on it. It'll make more sense once we get it together. But basically, you want two opposite legs. You want it to be exactly opposite. So you can see the bevel on the top. You see how it is on the bottom. So just the way I do it, I just draw me a line across there. Once I get my saw set, I just draw me a line on each one so I don't make a mistake, because you can very easily cut them both the same and then you'll have to wind up cutting a separate one. So, all right, let me go ahead and cut out my spacers and I'll show you how that came out. So this is what it's going to look like from underneath once it's all together. All right, same thing when you putting the bevels on your heart. You want to make sure it's flipped over, so the side that's going to be facing up is going to be upside down on your router table. And same thing with your legs. You can very easily route the wrong side of your legs if you ain't careful. What I do, I'll mark for the inside here with that mark, and I'll put it down on my table top like so, knowing that the top goes that way and it's going to be flat at that angle. Put it down, and I know that this is the side that gets the bevel on it. So on that one, same thing on this one, I'll stand it up and I know that it goes this way. So the side that's going to be beveled is the outside. So the outside needs to be facing down on your router table. You do those steps, you're guaranteed to get it right. All right, so if you plan on doing any staining, you're going to want to sand it first. So this would be the time I suggest doing all that. So you can, it doesn't have to be sanded much, just a light little coat to what you think is right, what feels good to you. And I'm going to stain mine. I'm only going to put one coat of stain on it. So I'm going to do a light sand before. And if the stain raises any of the fibers where it gets rough, I'm going to go ahead and put a light sand over that. And maybe one more stain on the top, one more coat of stain on the surface of the top, just to, I mean, if you stand on it barefoot, you want a good smooth surface. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll get my stain out and stain it. All right, so I'm going to use some golden oak on mine. That's my preference. You put your preference on yours. Made by Minwax, golden oak. And to put the stain on, I just use a blue shop cloth. Put a little bit on the shop cloth and just love the way it makes the wood fibers show through the grain. I just wanted to show you that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll get back with you before I start screwing it all together. This is the top. I don't think I'm going to have to put more than one coat on it. I don't believe it's going to raise the fibers. I like to stain with the grain. If you go against it, it kind of streaks. You can see them streaks. So I like to stain with the grain. Makes a cleaner finish. It's really going to look good on the edges here. If you can't do it, I'm holding the camera and really can't do it good. But some places is going to make it darker. You can see there. It's going to really look nice, so I'll get back and show you the finished product. All right, so I have them all stained. I'll let them dry just a little bit so the glue will hold. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the attachment points and screw it also. Once this thing's together, it should be really, really strong. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on it, some wood glue. I'm gonna put them in these lines, in between those lines, and I'm gonna also put some on the face here. You can see my drill holes. I already pre-drilled it, screwed it up, made sure it worked properly. And I'm also gonna put some on these edges. So this is the long. It's gonna go across like this. So you'll only be gluing this edge and the opposite edge where these meet, like so. You glue it in that area all the way around. All right, go ahead and put my glue, because all right, it's complete. Things that I would do differently. So my legs, you can see the grain runs like this. It's going to make for a weak point. This is pretty thick lumber, so I think it'll be fine. But before stepping on this thing with some weight, I think I could stand on it pretty easy. I weigh 210 pounds. I stood on it earlier and it didn't give, but maybe over time it may stress out. So if I had to do it again, and I will do it again, not if I had to do it again, I will grab my pencil and just kind of draw the leg real quick. So you can see the grain runs this way. When I cut everything out a while ago, I made it all this way. So the legs went kind of like so. When I do it again, this will be the top of the legs. I'll have the legs coming down like this, so that the grain can be running with the wood, less chance of it breaking off. So that's really the only thing I would do differently. I like honey oak, but I might would do some walnut on my next one. I'll see. But yeah, you do you. Whatever stain fancies you, put it that color. Just as I stated, I wouldn't, being as you hadn't made one yet, make your grain go up and down. Top, same thing. Have your grain running like this. Be less chance of this piece snapping off. Typically, you're never going to stand here. You'll always be standing in the center here. But I mean, you're making the rest of the wood go that way. You just soon turn that wood that way too. All right, thank you. Let me know what you think. If you make one, maybe send me a picture of it. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. hit that notification button so you'll see something else that I make whenever I make something else. I'm gonna try to put up 1 video a week. So please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that like. See you on the next one. All right, so I went ahead and made another one, and this is what I'm talking about. You can see the grain. You can see the grain running up and down. Makes for a lot stronger leg. I went ahead and left the grain on this one. Yeah, I just think it looks better this direction. So yeah, like I said, if you make one, go ahead and maybe send me a picture, leave me a comment, tell me how you think things came out with it and how much you've been using it. All right, have a great day and see you on the next one.